This is the Digital Shelf Insider podcast of Metrics Card. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Digital Shelf Insider podcast of Metrics Card. I'm your host, Shrestha, and today we have Francis Kurien joining us. He's one of the coolest brand founders I know. It's an India exclusive episode, and we're going to hear how he built Skimby, which is a sporting category brand, and all about the brand story, the inspiration, the challenges on the way, and its digital commerce operations. So let's hear it out from him. Hi, Frankie. How are you?
All good. How are you?
I'm good too. Welcome to this podcast, and I'm really excited for us as well as for our audience to hear everything about Skimby. And you're building Skimby, which is like a brand that thrives on community, and your core message has always been about having fun. What has been the inspiration of starting, and what gaps did you see in the market? I'm sure, like it was the gap that you saw. Like, let's hear it from you.
So I think I've been a sporty guy for a very long time, more into outdoor cycling and skateboarding and all that. But during COVID, had to be inside the house, and that's when I come across a video of a French skimboarder called Adrian Raza. He is killing in the streaks. Basically, I've seen this sport, but people have been doing it in the beaches and coastal sides. But I saw this guy having so much fun on a small water lobe or mountain area, and I was like so excited to try. Oh my god, I need to give it a try, and I was excited to try, but it was a COVID time, and getting out was not that possible. So I searched online, and I couldn't see anything that I can buy. Searched Amazon.in, and there's other international websites, but the shipping was too heavy for me. So that's when I'm like, okay, now it's time for me to make a skim board. I want to try it out for myself. I had no plans of starting a skim board brand or anything of such. I just wanted to have fun. So that was the ultimate. So I had no other option but to make a skim board, and um, the whole idea was to have fun. But later, when friends started asking me, like, can you make one for us? They started seeing that I'm having fun and they wanted to try. So I started like teaching people, and, for free, just for fun, and at the same time making boards. But there was a moment where I thought, okay, I should take it seriously, because there is nobody doing it in the whole country, and that was just a small spark. I don't think I even considered it as a very serious. Okay, I should do it like time driven, or this is the best time to do it. No, I just thought, okay, why don't I give it a try? And but I was sure that there is no market existing.
Yeah.
Ever since then, I never stopped making skimboard. So it's been almost 5-6 years. Now we have a huge team.
Yeah.
It's like a intense production system going on with a family of 5 to 6 boys in the workshop. So that's where it is. So it's just a random video that inspired me. Thank you, Adrian Raza. Great
Yeah.
squad. Yeah. So yeah, that's how it started.
That's so cool. What were the biggest challenges when you started out, especially while launching the product in the market?
Um, Mostly building awareness about the sport, basically. So people often consider this as surfing. They were hardly able to differentiate what is surfing and what is skimboarding. They have only seen people having fun in the waves. They never seen it in somebody doing the same thing in the streets. So everyone kept calling surfing in the beginning. So uh, it was hard for me to break that by, and I could only do that by building awareness. Like, this is not surfing. There's like a brother of surfing, but not surfing. There could be a sister of skateboarding. It's like a merge of both the sports, both the best of both the worlds, I could say. And this awareness was the hardest part. And also when it comes to production of skimboard manufacturing, we had a lot of challenges. We didn't had enough knowledge. Me and my best friend, basically, he had been there since day one on helping me out to figure out and do. So we have a great chemistry. We have been together for from our high school. So it's a very funny friendship, but you know, it just works. The chemistry just works, and we keep working on. So the challenges was the resources, and we also had a lot of room to make mistakes because we had no plans. We just wanted to make the best game board and have fun because the first one we made was broken in the second day.
Mhm.
So we barely had any knowledge on how to make it, and we had to look all around and talk to different people, do this and that, and just for the sake of having fun. I would say that even though it is just for the sake of fun, we had to go here and there, figure out the knowledge part, talk to people in make even in different countries like KC, people from US skimboard champions, different people, and they realize, and then we realize, oh my God, there is different ways of making it. It's not just
Yeah.
one way of doing it, and these were the challenges that we even still face. We are still every time we are scaling, we have a new system, we have a new model, and that just keeps going on. I think, and that would be endless if and that's what we realize now. That it's an endless journey, and we have to keep going. And basically, having no market, it is also a great good start, I could say.
Yeah.
And also a bad thing because there is no competition, there's nobody you can learn from.
Yeah.
So that also, it's like a very, what do you say, very black space, that this is a blank page that you're writing. Also a kind of the history of skimboarding in India. So it was a cultural, it's like fixing bit by bits, but a lot of challenges around it, but eventually it all makes sense.
Yeah, that's so cool. Like, I really like how you mentioned that there was room to make mistakes. And I think that's where a lot of growth happens also. I guess Instagram played a big part in building that community for Skimby. So, how did that all pan out?
Um, Maybe the only thing that I was focused when I was starting this is making ton lot of reels.
Mm.
Every day I wake up, puck, puck, puck. I think I became a good video editor because I started this, because I had no other option but to just keep on going on, like just randomly every time I'm teaching somebody or every time there's someone, I'm always with my phone, just taking maximum videos. And in the early stages of Kinky, we almost delivered 2 to 3 reels per day.
Wow.
Also, also teach locals for free and spread the stock and cover that. And, all these content really helped us to build a genuine community locally. We were able to build that local ripple, and this, people started gathering at the beaches and started doing it. So, like building or creating endless contents was the goal. Like say, even right now I have enough footages to run for the next 2 to 3 years. So
That's
it's all
so
right.
cool.
Even if I don't move around, I have still a lot of content, and also customer created content where
Yeah.
we also provided a Telegram group or a Drive service, and they are posting all the things that on their phone. So it's like compounding. If last year we grabbed almost 3 to 6 to 10 GB of uh, contents from customers. This now we are grabbing almost 25 GB of content from customers. So it just compounding. Now I just sit home, collect all the contents.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Instagram played a great role.
Yeah.
So but there was no plan. There was no strategy like, okay, this is what I need to make. This is, in when it comes to our customers, they want to feel, more, they want to, see get excited by watching it. It was more quantity than quality when it comes to us, because we are trying to, our targeted customers always wants like things like more value oriented in an experience space, not in a style space, not in a quality space, so they wanted to feel the authenticity of playing in water, or that real feelings has that brings more connection. So it was randomly understood by the times we kept making reels. Okay, this is what works more, and so now we know how our Instagram algorithm, it's almost designed well to attract the right people.
So cool. So cool. Did you at any point think that Skimby is too niche to scale?
Um, I never had a thought of it when I started, right? Like, it definitely, when I think about it, of course, a very small thing or how all these comes to me. But initially, when I started, I just started it for having fun. And, and it was, even this last 5 years, I don't feel like it's a 5 year. It just feels like 1 year for me.
Yeah.
So I don't really think it was hard, but
Yeah.
because it feels so poetic to me. When you look at some outside, it wouldn't be that easy because you have to take out wood, this and that. A lot of you know, it's like how the world baby is upon you, and you have to feed around different parts. And
Yeah.
but I have a good team, so I keep sharing it with them. It doesn't feel like we are all friends, so
Mhm.
it doesn't feel like a corporate way of working, but also a corporate where we have charts and all that.
Oh, yeah.
We all work in the beaches. I'm also paying one of my teammate who's also a community manager. So he
Yeah.
just goes to the beaches almost every weekend just to skim with the boys. And, so there is new opportunities coming out from the niche. So yeah, there.
Yeah. Do you have sort of a core customer group or an audience that this is the particular people who actually, buy more? Is it a younger crowd?
So we have two sectors, right?
Mm-hmm.
One is product sector where we sell skimboards, and
Mm-hmm.
one is service sector where we teach people. And when it comes to product sector, of course, we have a very clear age. So it is mostly from 16 to 28 and 30ish.
Yeah.
That's the space. But when it comes to Saudis, where we teach people, there is no age limit. It's like from 3.5-year-old kid
It,
to our parents to almost nearly 52-year-old guy has shown up.
Mhm.
And I was like, wow, now, because the funny part is none of them ever thought that they would be doing something like this in their life. Like
Very true.
people would have heard of skating, surfing,
Yeah.
something like this. They never even heard of. So how it happened to my life, the same way it's happening to their life. It's just like
Yeah.
suddenly they do something fun, and
Yeah.
me standing there looking at them, their original joy of feeling and playing in water without
It,
any age gaps, and they just so when I started seeing that, I realized the whole idea of Skimby and its customers are all the core part would be like taking them close to the water, bringing the inner child alive. All these things started making sense, and these things really helped me scale it because when I look at it, it becomes very spiritual at some point.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
What sort of, is it self-expression or is it sort of a trend or a sporty motive that brings people to try out skimming?
It's the fun. It's ultimately the fun, and also the other main important part is skimboarding is like a gateway to water sports. It's
Yeah.
um when you compare it with surfing or any other water sport, it doesn't take much time to learn. So your investment of time and money is very less compared to other water sports.
Mhm.
And imagine if you want to learn surfing, you go learn surfing, you come back to an urban place, you basically have nowhere to surf anymore. So if you want to be a surfer, you have to dedicate your life to it. Imagine you got to do kayak, you need a huge kayak, carry it. It's not easily accessible to a type of customers,
Yeah.
or it's a one-time experience to most of them. So how can water sports be a lifestyle thing? It's a very because where I'm coming from, I'm surrounded by water. It's like a coastal side, but most of them are highly disconnected with water.
Yeah.
Like say, so how to make friends with water? How
Yeah.
can that
Yeah.
happen?
I'm that person.
So basically, how do
Yeah.
you make that happen?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And how can you make it affordable?
Yeah.
How to become friends with water? How affordable it can be?
Yeah.
So surfing and all these looks exciting, but it doesn't give you that space to be friends with water. But skimboarding as less investment compared to the price of the product, and also learning it doesn't cost you much. It's just like the boards we sell is almost like $40 to $50. So
Yeah.
it's almost like $80 including the lesson. you got it. You finish learning in $80. You learn something, and you can carry it. We are even cutting the prices shorter once we scale our production. But yeah, right now we are able to put this in this budget, and so the reason is that this is something that you can adapt your lifestyle. Even in an urban place, you can have a skim pool. Even in a shopping mall, you can put a skim pool and
Yeah.
still continue skimboarding. And when it rains, when it's flooded, when the paddy fields are flooded, when the roads are flooded,
Yeah.
and so river crossing the river, even on the snow, you can skimboard on a wet grass. So it also breaks a lot of geographical limitations, and it's a great sport to adapt your lifestyle. And I call it as a gateway to water sports.
Too cool. Let's talk a little bit about the e-commerce side of operations. So I see that Skimby is now present in Amazon itself. So how is Amazon serving as a growth channel for you?
So definitely Amazon helped us kickstart the market in India.
Uh-huh.
It was the quickest way to enter the market. And back then when we listed it on Amazon, there was no other scheme boards
Yeah.
available in the market. In Amazon, there's nothing. And today, when we look at it, there is a couple of other boards in our price range. So Amazon have all our data. So basically, they bring more Chinese products and listed it close to our price range, which is very cool. Which is for us, it's like okay, we are into 15% of our sales to some Chinese goods, which is not a big deal.
Yeah.
But after 1.5 years of being in Amazon, we were able to be on the rank one on water sports category in Amazon, and that makes it so special because we just sell skimboards and we are still there because we have honest reviews. Um, Nothing that is been like paid and done the review. It's all fully real and authentic reviews. And yeah, we make sure Amazon is one of the primary e-commerce platform for us. We launched a website, but we kept it on a bar for now, working on the better version of it, because we never done anything like this before. So the logistic knowledge of how to manage the inventory all around the nation, and shipping it outside, because it's a big product. If it was something small, the logistics and inventory could fit in my space. So now I'm learning, and the website work is going on. Probably will be live in another 4 months, and there's a documentary coming. So we want to make the launch of our website a little bigger than it's supposed to be. So so we're working on it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow, I'm excited. Which category do you fit in when it comes to Amazon?
Water sports category. We fit into water sports category. So right now in Amazon.in, we are on rank one. So I think just because we have the right reviews, and we have constant water sports kind of customers already looking
Yeah.
for it. So yeah.
Yeah. Just a quick follow-up question. Do you think we would see Skimby on quick commerce platforms at any point?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because we're not trying to be limited with skim boards. We're just figuring how the entire skeleton of running a product industry works. So
Yeah.
there is so much of learning going on, uh, you know, um, from zero. So the ultimate part is from zero, from the beach, from the streets to somewhere like this. There is so much of learning, and so the more I'm able to learn, the more I'm able to scale, and
Yeah.
it works like that. So, so definitely it's going to be all around as far as we can scale our production. Like say right now, we are also pushing our production to Philippines and Thailand by the end of next year. And, scale from, so our current production capacity is 50 to 100 skateboards a month. It's all handmade.
Yeah.
We are scaling. As we scale, we will be probably everywhere. Uh, right now, we are also in Dubai, Thailand, and,
Yeah.
and things are going around. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just going to ask you about how the cross-border operations has been, especially with regard to the online and offline consumer patterns that you see when it comes to other regions.
So the business models keep changing regionally for us.
Yeah.
Like say in India, we run more product. I mean, in India we run more workshop sale than product sale.
Yeah.
In Thailand, we run more product rental than product sale. In Dubai, we're going to start up with the skin school. So we have to change our models according to the regions. And also, when it comes to consumers, we might need to spend 3 to 4 months on how this is going to work and then take a decision. So every time we enter a new market, we also try to find somebody that we can partner and almost give a good percentage to them just because we're entering a new market. And just like however it is, we are in the zero space. So but from picking these knowledges, having the right people in the advisory space also helps. So this one, just grabbing it from here and there and taking it ahead. But definitely, um I would, we as a team would definitely want to see Skimby all around the world. Anywhere there is where there's water and you can skim even the wet grass or snow. We want to be all around the world.
Yeah.
Because because where I am from, there is nothing like this. So so to build from zero in such a space where people hardly go to the beaches and do such sports in the water sports or anything like that. So coming from there to scale it in such a space, making a part of a culture, I can still do it in a isolated islands and where
Yeah.
there is no beach life, or we as a team have the capacity to push out some genuine communities. So it should be all around the world.
Makes so much of sense. When it comes to product innovations and improvements that you need to make from the consumer reviews, what has come up in that space?
So initially, since like I said, we had a lot, we had a lot of time to
Yeah.
improve our product, lot of
Yeah.
make mistakes, and we did that, like getting tips from s- skimboarders in US, like US skimboarding champions like Casey Gagel,
Yeah.
Isaac Thomas, and there's a couple of people who gave us ideas,
Yeah.
and also local skimboarders from Philippines.
Yeah.
Most importantly, customer feedbacks, because people who buy our products or our skim boards have hardly done this in their life. So
Exactly.
they have no idea how the product is supposed to be. They never
Yeah.
seen it anything before, so they can't compare it.
Yeah.
So we realize our consumers are people with no prior knowledge. So
Mhm.
how to skim board, how to maintain a board. Uh, you know, in that case, we focused. Okay, it's time for us to focus more on beginner friendly boards with less maintenance.
Yeah.
And initially, we started on making foam boards and wave skim boards. But when we got back, we are making this in a country where nobody is even aware of this. So
Yeah.
we have to give them the basics, and we need to make sure we sell maybe 10,000 basic skim boards, and that's when we can, you know, 10,000 basic skim boards in a country with 14.24 people is nothing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I can hit it in my local market, that
Yeah.
it's just that. So why not first 10,000 10,000 skim boards, and then we go into the pro versions of it, because
Yeah.
people hardly know about it. They hardly know how to maintain a board.
Yeah.
So instead of stressing on them too much, give them something to have fun in the beginning. So then we can scale. And also when it comes to um the skim teaching part,
Yeah.
we realized in India we do more of skim workshops. And
Yeah.
every weekend we are almost teaching 30 people now. So it's getting bigger, bigger. Initially we had only beach classes. Now we have a small skim pool and a football turf, and we keep teaching people there. So that's been happening, and the community is getting bigger. So we were also expanding the community from tech 10 group of friends to 300 and 350 now, and it's getting bigger. So basically, it's time that we are taking it ahead like a family. At
Yeah.
the same time, we need to learn about how to monetize a community,
Yeah.
how to collect the data, and how it's going to help other brands, other people. So yeah, there is endless revenue streams I see all around, but we are slowly streamlining each one that is already going on right now, and pushing it ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think like different age groups have different thoughts to share when they skim?
Definitely, because uh, there are people who been very thankful to us, telling that this kind of got them back from that place.
Yeah.
This kind of helped them forget whatever they're going through,
Yeah.
and is also becoming a part of their lifestyle. Like how I said, they would never expect this to happen in their life. Now everybody see them as a skimboarder. They might be doing some other jobs, but now in everybody's eyes, they
Yeah.
are skimboarders. So this title was never dreamt in their space anytime before. Now that is happening, and at the same time there is romance happening in the community, there is this happening in the community, so there's a huge life in the community and
True.
everybody has their own story for sure. And some parents who come to us and ask if they can, if we can teach their kids, and we be like, okay, why don't even dada mama join the workshop, and now it's like they also join. Yeah, that could be a core memory for the kids and also the parents. They would never forget that, oh, they did something like this, and that was totally unexpected. A right, right push from a sales guy.
Yeah.
So it's like for their kids, but now it's three people getting sold.
Too cool. What's next for Skimby?
Um, so like how I said, it's website and making all the revenue streams more smoother and easy flow for everybody, automating everything that I can.
Yeah.
Production happening in the other parts of Asia. The production has to start.
Yeah.
So all that things, but uh, the whole idea is to bring more life into it,
Yeah.
bring more like say different kind of feeling alive aspect, because we want our customers to feel home. And in that case, we are also part of music videos. Sony, these people approach us and ask us they can, if we can offer them a skim border, and then we suggest them for music videos, band collaborations. So my boys are also making money from different ways, and, and that's another part. But also when it comes to coming more about Skimpy, it's like, we also do events, workshops, teachers in schools, board rentals.
Yeah.
And in Goa we have skim school, in Kochi we have skim body workshop every weekend. So there is like lot of possibilities, that is the revenue possibilities have been
Multiple.
opportunity that have been pinned out, but has not been scaled to its best efficient space. So right now we need to do that, and right after that, because last season we launched raincoats, and we are still selling it out in this rainy season too. So we would love to bring out more water based products. And but you never know, maybe we might be putting some tech oriented things in the future. We don't know, we don't want to be like, okay, but water of course is a very prime element. Water is where we feel, okay, water is the basic, I feel, and we will have to revolve our products around water. But ultimately I'm not limiting. If new opportunities, new ways of doing things come across, we fit into the band and just scale it up. Yeah, so
Definitely. And that's so inspiring. Do you have any advice for founders who are venturing into the sporting goods category?
um, for now it feels like, for when it comes to my scene, it's like, I wish people had so much fun. You go there and explore your niche sport.
Yeah.
If you love too much, be so good at it, let the world know you for that niche sport.
Yeah.
Or else you go all in, learn about each and every aspect of how that sport works and build a brand around it. So whatever it is, there is so much of work. And this is not a quick way of making money, but this is a way of living life. And I feel every sport has a lifestyle. When it comes to football, skateboarding, everything has a lifestyle. So this is, when it comes to skimboarding, it's a lifestyle that fits in both land and water. It's like it's a different. So any niche sport you choose, um, If you love it, then there is no question about adapting yourself, you know. And if it's a very businessy, definitely you have to put your research,
Yeah.
if you go do skimboarding in a mountain space, doesn't make sense. So you might need to learn about your region, do your research. But if you love it and if you are doing it in the right space, I think you should not doubt yourself and just believe in it. And of course, everybody has their circumstances to do it, right? So
Yeah.
I definitely feel if you believe in it, then everything works according to it. Yeah.
So true. We've come to the end of the episode, and it was such a fun, really good chat with you, Frankie. Thank you so much for joining us.
Same here, same here. Thank you for asking all these questions. Like, yeah, it is like I never had to, I had to write
Yeah.
out it, but then I never had to speak to people about it. It is always in my book. But now, yeah, some answers out here. Oh, yeah, thank you so much for having me here.
Yes, I'm sure our audience would enjoy it too.
Oh, yes. All right. Bye.
All right, bye. We've come to the end of the episode. If you loved what you just listened to, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll be back next Monday with a really awesome guest. Stay tuned until then.